This is a flip through of a folio journal I created. It measures 4 3/4, 4.5 by 6.5, and probably a 1/2 inch wide at least. I've wrapped it up just with some seam binding that has been glued underneath this paper in the back. This one is an envelope flip one. It consists of 4 envelopes on the front. So this is the first envelope. It's been collaged and washi tape and die cuts, and the back has just some designer paper with a label. Inside here is the tag that shows up in the window that's been stenciled, and that's the back. These are junk mail envelopes, a lot of them. This envelope, I think, was a card envelope that I've done into a side tuck. It's more fussy cut in that vintage Sears catalog, some designer paper, some more die cuts. More die cuts and some lined paper and that designer paper. The Sears catalog cut out of the nibs, the pens, the fountain pens. In here is a kind of collaged journaling card, postcard. And it's always the small pieces that make the big picture. And then 2 more envelopes that flip out. I've used some more die cut. It was the negative from doing these letters that I do. That fountain pen from the Sears catalog. And in this pocket is another altered, like, vintage printable that I've altered and stitched up and added some graph paper for journaling. I'm not certain what kind of envelope this was, but it's in my stash of envelopes. This one I think was a seed envelope. Same thing, a lot of collaging going on, some more Sears catalog, the scissors cut out, some fussy cut flowers, some labels. And in this envelope is, I topped it with some of that designer paper and made it somewhat of a postcard and one of my handmade stamps. And it all closes up, and then you open it to the front, the inside front, and I've created a flip here with some like ribbon scraps of paper, which I thought was cool. And then some underneath that is some collaging, and it just tucks into that tab. The little booklet is removable with the elastic. It's just some more random papers, cinnamon dyed, avocado dyed, just a lot of random half sheets that I've staggered, and some designer paper for the cover. This was made on a large, not a large, but one of those vintage straw envelopes I had. So that's the base of it. So this one is a pocket back here that's been collaged and more Sears catalog, collaging with that, and some more die cut. I created a large tag with a printable that I had, and I stenciled the back of it, a large journaling card. That just goes around the buttons. The back has a tied up little envelope, some more die cuts, and inside I've done just some piece of paper that can be journaled on, and under that is my Handmade by Cat Urado. There's more fussy cut flowers and some from that basketball, I think it was score sheet. It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. Some more die cuts that have been gilded, and some washi tape, and some vintage dictionary page, and eyelets for the elastic. So I want to thank you for looking.